Ms. Harris, go ahead and bring that on down for me. Thank you very much, AP Harris. Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, families. Good morning, staff. Welcome to another Friday. Welcome to another Friday. We made it. And like I told you, every single day that we are here, every single day that we are able to go outside and enjoy any type of thing in 2020, we're going to celebrate it. This is a very interesting Friday. This is the last Friday of our academic year in the year of 2020. And when I think about 2020 and us academically in a year, March to now has been a little crazy. March to now, hands down, it's the conversation. I know y'all so tired of hearing COVID and vaccine and diversity and inclusion and all of these words we've been hammering for the year 2020, but coming down to the last Friday of the academic year, I'm thinking heavily about the fact that we as a school community, but most importantly, you all gentlemen, are closing out this calendar year and this academic portion in a way that will be remembered forever. I was talking with somebody today and I was just saying in our town or in our open house video, how there's so much imagery of masks and so much imagery of remote learning and everything that's going on that we have to start to remember this year. We have to commemorate in some ways aspects of the year. This year, people have grown in a way that they would not have been able to grow if it wasn't for 2020. Remember, glass half full, not always half empty. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I am super excited about 2021. And I saw a post earlier today, somebody was saying, hey, I'm not seeing anybody saying that 2021 is my year. Folks are scared. I'm not scared of 2021. I'm excited about 2021. History and the data shows us that 2020 was tough, but what it did was prepare us for the next 2020, whenever that may be. I don't even fear another 2020. I don't fear 2021. You cannot be afraid of the future. Be aware of it. Be conscious of it, but you can't be afraid of it. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons I'm super excited about 2021. I miss going to the movies. The thing I miss the most. I don't particularly care that much about some of the restrictions on indoor dining, and I'm not the biggest fan of like amusement park. I love roller coasters, right? But I'm not the biggest fan of waiting online at a Six Flags and doing all these things. I'm not missing, interestingly enough, as much of the outside world as many may be accustomed to. But having not sat in a movie theater, and I have two small kids, so going to the movie theater doesn't happen that often, but when I could, I would go. And the fact that I couldn't go to a movie theater for most of 2020, if not all of 2020, now I think about it, I don't think I went in January or February either, it's troubling to me. I know all the things that are going on right now, and everyone's like, that's the thing that bothers you the most today? Yeah, I miss the movies. The movies was a 2-hour place where I could go, I could escape into some type of fantasy or other storyline or whatever was going on. And for 2 hours, roughly, I could get my popcorn, my drink. I just always get the large, right? Let's not even play the game. Let's not even play like we're gonna get up out the movie to go refill it. No. Let's like, get the large, let's sit down, recline the seat, and for 2 hours, just be somewhere else for a minute and enjoy life differently. And usually there aren't so many opportunities in the movie world that give me that in a calendar year. Usually they spread them out. So I'm waiting for the next Marvel movie. Marvel usually did something in the spring. They might have a little June movie, and then they come back around November with another box office hit. I'm excited. February comes back around again. Black Panther kicked up their spring timeline into February instead of March. I'm always excited. But 2020 hasn't given me my outlet. 2020 hasn't given me my opportunity to just have some solace for 2 hours. And I was thinking about this as it pertains to you gentlemen. See, adults, we've had some chances from time to time to get through 2020. Some folks have jumped on a little flight and using all the safety precautions, escaped for a little bit. Some folks began picking up new hobbies like language and cooking and all those other things. Adults were able to get together in small, safe pods to be able to release as human beings, as adults do from time to time. But you all haven't had that much outlet. There were no planes for you to that you guys just got to choose to jump on and go away. You got together. I've seen the pictures of you guys out in the streets. Every time y'all think y'all aren't being seen, we see you. So I'm glad that y'all are congregating and getting together, and I'm seeing it in small groups of 4 and 5, and that's safe. But I recognize that many of you didn't have the same outlet that adults did. So if you're a movie fan like me, let me tell you what I'm really looking forward to in 2021. More box office movies than ever before in any year in history. Why is that, you say? Well, COVID hit, slowed up production. There were so many movies that were supposed to come out this year. Disney Plus was supposed to give us Falcon and Winter Soldier. We were supposed to get Black Widow. We were supposed to already have the Mission Impossible. There was so much that was supposed to happen that we didn't have. Wonder Woman got pushed back, and now we're going to get it on Christmas Day, right? But there was so much that we were supposed to have that we just did not get. But the way the world works is that things don't just disappear. The movies of 2021 had already crossed production values of over $10 million a piece. They're not going to throw those investments away. They put too much into those movies to make them just disappear because of COVID. So we're getting all of 2020's movies and all of 2021's movies in 2021. I'm excited. When it's safe, when it's appropriate, if I can get into a theater, it's going to be hard to pull Principal Hall out. What I understand, though, is that I'm going to have to prioritize my time because I'm going to have an obligation of sorts to catch up on this entertainment more than I would have before, because I now have double the amount of viewing to do in 2021. And like I told you, I have 2 small kids. I'm the principal of a school. I've got a family. There's a lot going on. But I somehow have to figure out how, when I didn't have that much time before in 2020 to watch a movie, how I'm now going to have time to watch double the amount of movies in 2021. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to try. It's going to be hard. You know what else also compounds on itself, meaning it builds on itself and gets bigger and bigger with no more time to do it than you had before? Grades. Dad, y'all might not saw that coming. Man, y'all like Principal Hall talking about movies. Dad, what are we talking about grades for? Indexes. Grades and credits that were in 2020 that 2020 said, you know what, it's just too much going on. Those grades didn't disappear. You just got until 2021 to do them. So now in 2021, you got to do double the amount of grades, double the amount of assignments, double the amount of things. But as you know, it was already hard enough to do them when you got them originally in 2020. But now you've compounded, using our vocabulary words, you've compounded grades and credits into 2021 with less time to do them. The NX game is dangerous, fellas. The NX game is dangerous. I'm hearing scholars like, well, so-and-so passed last year on the NX. That's fine. I'm going to coach this year. Probably not. Probably not. Systems have a funny way of fixing themselves. The NX is not sustainable in education. It's just not. It's not anything we can keep forever. So at some point, the system will fix itself and the NX will no longer be applicable and you won't have a lot of time to adjust, gentlemen. That's just the way city systems work. So if you want to do your best and be the scholar that you claim to be in Invictus and in everything else that you have in your toolkit as an Eagle scholar, don't play the NX game. It doesn't feel as good as a recliner seat and some good central AC in the summertime and a nice bag of popcorn and an ice cold Coca-Cola beverage. It doesn't feel the same. I'm excited about that for 2021. What I'm not particularly excited about is seeing some of the struggle that's going to happen with scholars who played the NX game in 2021. It's a losing game. It's a losing game, gentlemen, if you take it too far. I saw the report cards, I saw the grades, we're hearing the parents. It's been tough. I know. Don't take your finger off the pulse of that NX. I see some guys that are like, nah, cool, I'm good. I got an 86 average, Hall. I'm doing the best. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I see you got 4 NXs. Yeah, but look at the schedule. I got an 86 average. That's because NXs are really zeros or 55s, and they're only NXs for a temporary amount of time. So don't compound your NXs in your credits. Be the scholar that defies the odds. Be the one that does not get taken advantage of by that system that will correct itself. It's just the way life works. So gentlemen, make yourselves excited for 2021 the same way that I am about the cinema of such. Prioritize your time in 2021 to be your best scholar by alleviating as much as you can in 2020. It's important. That goes for me too. If I want to see, I think there's about 7 Marvel movies happening next year. If I want to see all of them, I got to create systems. I got to take care of business now. Work, my children, I got to do that now. Because in 2021, I don't want to be caught out here saying, I want to see my favorite film, or I wish that my scholars had all crossed the finish line academically, but we didn't address it in 2020. We were too late. If you wait until 2021, gentlemen, saying I'm gonna start fresh in 2021, you're doing yourselves a disservice. And for those of you who have already crushed it, I'm seeing scholars that are performing higher in remote learning than they've ever performed in the building. Kudos to you. Gentlemen, as a brotherhood, move as such. Don't play the NX game. Save some time for the movies in 2021. It's really hard to see all those movies if you're going to be in your rooms and you're going to be in your houses backed up on back work. Make some time for the movies in 2021. I want to see y'all there with me. That means you got to handle business now in 2020. It's the last Friday, but it's not the last day. It's never too late. Make up the work. Make the winter break a time of rest, yes, but let's not sit around and squander that time. Get them NX knocked out. Let's come back in January super strong so we can all, once again, when we can, do the movies together. Speaking of movies and speaking of possible trips and things of that nature, we are working on so much at the school. I am super excited. When we come back in January, we're kicking off our culture campaign, starting with the seniors. Senior convocation, all kinds of senior love. We're gonna show those guys what Eagle does before we send them off into their college endeavors. Shout out all the gentlemen who have been getting their college acceptances. We've got so many coming in now, it's not even funny. And it's beautiful. On the spot, early action, scholarships, athletic and academic. This is a strong year for guys. Celebrate your senior brothers when you see them. With that, gentlemen, this is our last Friday and our last town hall as you know it on a Friday for 2020. But this will also be our last Friday structure and schedule as you know it. When we come back in the new year, there will be a different schedule. I know there's been a lot of back and forth. I know that there's a lot of stuff that is changing. There will be another change, nothing incredibly drastic as it pertains to your day-to-day, but it will feel a little different. So we won't have the town hall, we won't have house, and there's a number of other things that we're gonna lose because you guys are gonna have an additional day of full instruction, which is an additional day of instruction and some work and some things of that nature through Fridays when we come back after the break. So we're going to work on it. I have some ideas about allowing you guys to kind of vote on some house days that we could try to schedule, maybe a few for the rest of the year. But this is a tough day because this will be our last official Friday as we've known it, with a town hall and house and a lot of those other things. So when you guys come back, there will be 5-day instruction, asynchronous and or synchronous with work and things to do. And then we're gonna figure out exactly how to do the town hall and the house piece. It's Eagle. You don't have an Eagle Academy without town hall and without house and without a lot of that social emotional work. So we're going to figure that piece out, but your schedule is going to look a little different when we come back. My hope is that news that's coming varied for some, versus others. I understand it's a shift, but we will do it, and we will do it as a community, and we will still work to figure out how to get you guys these jewels and these nuggets of inspiration or character development, as well as get you guys time with the house leaders that I know that you guys enjoy. But unfortunately, we have to do some schedule adjustments and formatting shifts that will not allow us to have these Fridays as we've known them to be this academic year. So be prepared for that shift a little bit, even more while you can't afford the NX game. You're going to have more work when we come back, probably. So you need to make sure that you're not playing that NX game, because you're not going to be able to have the time and afford it coming back to do too much catch up. So don't give yourself too much of that stress. With that, we made it to December, day is it, 18th. In March, we had no idea about making it to December 18th, what it was going to look like, and what it was going to feel like. But we're here in our homes or wherever we're at, but we're here. And that, gentlemen, is to be praised and celebrated. So on this last town hall of 2020, and then this last day of house, I encourage you all to connect, show each other the love, and finish out 2020 in love, and as strong as you possibly can. So I'll start. I love you, gentlemen. I love all the families that may be listening or in the homes that these gentlemen are inhabiting. Staff, appreciate you all and all the work that we're doing as educators. This is a time that we would have never known, or that many may not have even signed up for, but we did it, and we're strong because of it. Love you all. Have a great rest of your Friday. Eagle up.